Hey Internet, MetFi guy here. This video is going to be an overview of the MetFi ecosystem, MetFi NFTs, MetFi's Matrix system, and MetFi's DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So, what is MetFi? Well, it's a new coin. It launched about 1 month ago, which would be May 2022. It is a self-governing organization made up of about 30 interconnected smart contracts. The MetFi ecosystem is the first of its kind and is looking to pave the way for Web 3.0 investments, architecture, markets, and what it calls unicorns. One day, the code that makes up all of the MetFi smart contracts will be voted on by the DAO to be released to the public. As of now, the MetFi ecosystem is still in its infancy and has a ton of room for growth. I'd like to take a moment to talk about MetFi's greatest strength, which is what they call unicorn funding. A unicorn is a project that the MetFi DAO decides has a lot of potential to turn into a $1 billion or more company. These young startups are sought out by a selected team of MetFi DAO members who audit and investigate these companies. Whichever companies they think have a lot of potential will be brought to the DAO for a vote. If the vote passes, then a specified amount of funds from the MetFi treasury will be used to fund the project. The payout of these projects will go back into the treasury for future investments. This is how the MetFi system can support paying out commissions in BUSD. The coin itself, the MetFi coin, or MFI for short, lives on the Binance Smart Chain, as do the NFTs that are minted on the MetFi contract. What this means is that the MetFi ecosystem exists within the Binance Smart Chain, and MetFi itself does not have its own chain. What does this mean, you might ask? What's a blockchain? To be very simple, a blockchain is many blocks of data strung together forming a chain of blocks, or a blockchain. There are many blockchains that currently exist within the crypto universe as a whole, and some popular chains are the Ethereum chain, the Binance Smart Chain, and the Polygon chain, previously known as Matic. Each chain keeps track of things that occur within its own chain. For example, MetFi is on the Binance Smart Chain, and so the Binance Smart Chain keeps track of all transactions that occur within MetFi. This is both potentially good and potentially bad because it means that MetFi itself does not have its own chain to keep track of transactions, but it is instead reliant upon the BSC, which means that if the BSC ever goes offline or becomes corrupted or gets hacked, it could affect MetFi in a big way. However, in my opinion, this is highly unlikely to happen because it seems to me that CZ, the owner of Binance, the company behind the BNB token and the Binance Smart Chain, is quote-unquote in the know, and his coin, and by extension the Binance Smart Chain, will be one of the last coins standing in the event of a coinpocalypse. Up next, MetFi NFTs. What is an NFT? An NFT is a non-fungible token. Now, I know that doesn't help much, but what this means is that each NFT is unique and cannot be swapped into or confused with another NFT, even an NFT of the same kind. Say, for example, you have a custom-made, one-of-a-kind car. This car, because it is unique, is not able to be swapped with another exactly like it, because there is no other car exactly like it. And in this example, this car could accurately be called a non-fungible item because it is unique. Now, NFTs are the same thing as the car in this example, but NFTs live on a blockchain and not in the real world. Still confused about NFTs? Allow me to give an example of something that is not an NFT, something that is fungible, and that may help you understand this concept a bit more clearly. So something that is fungible and is not an NFT would be Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, it doesn't matter which exact Bitcoin you have because the only thing that matters is how many you have. All Bitcoin can be mixed up with other Bitcoin and it makes no difference. Each Bitcoin is not an NFT because they are interchangeable, and the value of the Bitcoin isn't the unique Bitcoin itself, but what the Bitcoin represents. NFTs are different from fungible things because they derive their value from what makes them unique. NFTs are their own little special snowflake. As of now, there are two types of NFTs that are being minted on blockchains. The most popular kind are purely cosmetic and serve no function. These are the art pieces of things like apes or other pictures that you've probably heard about, but there also exists another type of NFT, the utility type of NFT. And these NFTs can perform functions or provide utility. Now, MetFi's NFTs are NFTs with utility, meaning that the MetFi NFTs have utility built onto them, and this gives them various functions and purpose within the MetFi ecosystem. As of now, the two most notable things of MetFi's NFTs is that they each have their own unique matrix system attached to them, and they allow various percentages of return from staking MFI. There's a lot more to be unpacked here, but that'll be covered in a more in-depth video at a later date. Since we're talking about the MetFi NFT, that brings us nicely into our next point, the MetFi Matrix. A big part of the MetFi ecosystem is the matrix system it employs. This was modeled after many businesses which use a multi-level marketing setup, or MLM for short, but what makes MetFi unique is the fairness with which it operates its MLM system. The MetFi Matrix operates with a forced 3x10 matrix, and it's a lot to get into. But to sum it up quickly, the key takeaway is that 1, you can earn up to 50% commissions for people you directly reference to MetFi, and 2, you get rewards on your matrix up to 10 levels deep. Again, there's a lot more to unravel here, but these are the main things to understand. Oh, and one more very important thing to note is that rewards from the matrix system are immediately paid out in BUSD, which is the Binance Smart Chain's parity coin with the US dollar. This means, for example, that if you have the 50% matching commission attached to your NFT and you directly reference somebody and they buy an NFT, say worth $100, you will immediately get paid $50 BUSD in your wallet. And this segues us nicely into our next point, which is staking on MetFi. Now, what is staking, you might ask? Well, staking is when you lock a coin into a staking pool for rewards. There are various incentives to stake, but the most common reward is for your staked coins to increase in number. Many coins follow this reward protocol, and in this regard, MetFi is no different. It follows this example also and can be staked for a rate between 100 to 1000% APY, meaning every year that your coins are staked, you can earn anywhere from 1 to 10 times the amount of coins you put into the staking pool, depending on the level of NFT you decide to stake with. Staking does offer more than just increasing the amount of MFI you hold. One notable thing it does is that it indirectly increases your voting power within the DAO. And that brings us to our next topic, the DAO. What is a DAO, you might ask? A DAO, or DAO, is shorthand for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Most organizations are centralized, meaning there is a proper seat of power and whoever is in that seat is the one who decides what happens within the organization. In a traditional organization, there was a clear power structure with someone calling the shots, the boss, the CEO, a board of directors, etc. In a DAO, power is instead delegated to members of the DAO, and they have the power to vote on proposals to direct the organization. While this sounds good in theory, in reality, most DAOs aren't very decentralized at all, and instead a very few wealthy individuals are the ones who truly run the project because they control the largest share of the votes. However, MetFi is trying to avoid this pitfall by utilizing what is called quadratic voting. Quadratic voting is a fancy term that means that through an algorithm, some of the voting power of whales, people who own a lot of MFI and high-level NFTs, is lessened, which brings the vote closer to what the majority of voters want and brings it further away from what a powerful few may want. In the MetFi DAO, voting power is determined by the level of NFT that you own and the amount of MFI you have. Okay, wow, that was pretty much all of it, I think. I hope I didn't forget anything, but that was just a rough and a quick overview of the MetFi ecosystem and how MetFi works. And one thing I can't stress enough is that this ecosystem, what MetFi is trying to do, is huge. And there is so much to parse through here. Like, this is a lot of information, but I will work my way through it and bring it to you guys. And I hope you enjoy the content. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. All interactions help with the visibility of this channel. And as always, links and references are in the description below. Thanks for your time, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.